Old black woman told me I was 6 years old. She said, come here, boy, who you? Reach in my backpack and get that bottle of whiskey. You want something? No, man. I don't want nothing. You want to go to bed with me? I hadn't thought about it. Oh, I'm 6 years old. Okay. She said, this is August. Put your hand out. So you feel that heat? I said, no, ma'am. So she put her hand under mine. I said, yeah, I feel it. She said, it's the coolest time of the year. We think it's the hottest time because the heat's leaving. And because of the rhythm, at a certain time, the bird will know it's time to go south. But they said this white man gonna mess it up so bad, man. It's way back in the late 30s. Say they're not gonna feel the heat leaving. So the birds don't know they're supposed to go down south where their dinner's waiting. But they up here, it ain't no dinner. So they'll eat the bees. Who's responsible for your dinner, boy? He told me that way back then. Babies are born not hating nobody. They learn it from their parents. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I had a cousin. He passed.
Any of them got children?
My other cousin has a child.
Okay, I do a test sometime when I'm talking. I said, those of y'all in here, raise your hand. Got children yet? We'll go back home this week and get the pictures from the time they was 1 to the time they was 8. You don't see no hatred, no meanness, no whores, no pimps. They learned that from you. When they came here, they were pure and clean. They ain't been around nobody but your ass. That's how they become pimps, hoes, and hustlers, listening to you around the fucking house.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thanks again for having the show. Like since we posted the last interview, the response has been incredible. You know, you definitely, the vibrations are going. People are stimulating thought.
Yeah,
and all that stuff. So I just wanted to take an opportunity to like get caught up for one, and then also
anytime you want.
To
anytime.
Race is a big issue right now. There's a lot of conversations being had about race and justice and injustice. I mean, you've been on the front lines of this. In the last interview, you talk about, you say you apologize to white folks because they're not the real white folks.
Yeah, they're not. The Ku Klux Klan don't determine public policy. The most powerful businessmen in the world is white Christian businessmen in America. They don't wear crosses. You can't find a poor person that got a cross on. They don't wear no crosses. You know? But how can you call yourself a Christian with a gun and the Bible in the same house? I mean, think about that. The most powerful human being on this planet is my mother, father, God. Huh? And every ant on this planet, there's an accountability to that one. Every frog, every grain of sand, every leaf on a tree. Huh? So what can you want for it? Unless somebody shortcutted it.
Well, I think one of the things, when people respond to your interview, it's like, you know, bulbs are lighting up. You're waking up minds.
Yeah.
You know, you're making people aware of things in a way that they may have already agree with it. Maybe they knew some of it. They didn't know all of it.
Yeah, but see, the people who run this ain't worried about it because it's repeat. You can't get it repeat. When you learned your ABCs, it wasn't because you learned it once a month. It's every day, ABC. And a Muslim cousin of mine, I said, Merry Christmas. I don't believe in no white Christmas holiday. I said, anytime Christmas in this country come on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, your bank closed, you participate.
Right. So that's,
when you can't mail a letter, you participate.
So that's the structure.
Yeah.
It's white supremacy or patriarchy?
No,
how would you
it's
label
white supremacy.
Okay.
White supremacy. That's who it is.
Okay.
Supreme. And if I'm not supreme to you, I'll make you think I am. That's how it works. When the World War II ended in Japan and you saw them soldiers putting up the America, that's bullshit, man. AP got there late, so they just went and picked out some soldiers and put there. 2 of them was Indians. All of them went crazy because the lie was too big. All of them was alcoholics. The lie was too big. But you can look at people. When I went downstairs to use the men's room, if I come back and the brother put some red paint on me, you will react to the red paint. You hear me? You react to the red paint. If we went to some darkest part of Africa today, where nobody's ever been, and carried one of them coffee percolators with us, where you have the water down here, and then it goes up, the coffee come back, all we got to do is have the water down here and some red dye, and we can tell them that's blood. We make blood. Okay? See, that's what ignorance is when you have to depend on something else other than what the real God gave you. And then everything changes. Where America is today is when you hear a baby crying, and because of your ignorance and your program, shut up! The baby, the pen is sticking the baby. Been there for 3 days, and now gangrene done sit in. That's why you know America can't. They react to us, the cops, the same way you act to a child. Shut up! Okay, all right. Huh? But you know something's wrong with the police, man. As a child, no boy that had no connections in the family ever wanted a police car for Christmas. It was always a fire truck. That's before I learned anything about good and bad and nasty and evil. Fire truck. When I was a little boy, I used to, when I hear a siren, I'd say a prayer. Now my prayer is different. When I see the police car, I pray that they and the people they're going to deal with will be safe. That's a hell of a way to interrupt the prayer. You have to say that for fire trucks. You know.
So why are we so targeted?
Huh?
Why are we so targeted by the police? People with dark skin.
Because it's real. It's real. That's like asking the Jew why they talk about Germans, or ask the Christian why they still talking about Christ. 2,000 years later, but they don't want me to talk about it. Talk about Jesus Christ did that 3,000 years ago. Y'all still talking about it, but it's my turn. It's my turn. But I can't talk about it with hatred. See, if you get mad at me, you know, there's a chemical reaction in your body. That's like letting air out your own tire. Don't bother me. But that's what the whole, and then the misinformation. The misinformation.
Such as, well, let's go into some of these Black Lives Matter issues.
Well, Black Lives Matter, one, is the Koch brothers is paying for that, so you have to go into that knowing that's bullshit.
Okay.
That's why it's in Time magazine in 1 month, 3 times cover. See, the thing is this. Jews had a legitimate gripe in Germany when they say Jewish lives matter. Then you come up with some bullshit. Well, so do the Irish, so do the other men. It's the Jews who's being killed. Now, you wasn't talking about, nobody said talking about other lives before we said Black Lives Matter. And it must not matter to somebody because it keeps happening over and over and over. And then white folks realize that one day they better start saying white lives matter. Because when they just busted a major German car manufacturer that tricked the exhaust, and out of that 128 people died, and all they had to do was pay a fine. Nobody had to plead guilty. That's what this is about. When they reduced me down to teaching my black sons that when you see this evil, nigger-hating cop, behave yourself. Anytime you teach a child with your genes that came out your wife's belly to behave for filth, the child believes something wrong with them. I can't believe that you telling me, this is what goes on inside my head, you telling me you know this is a murderer? Let me tell you how it works. There's a whole lot of doctors that get busted for malpractice. You don't hear nobody say all doctors aren't bad. Hey, wait a minute. Whoa. Huh? Whole lots of lawyers lose their life. How come we say, why you got to say all cops are not bad? Because you know they are. You see them. You're in the station with them. You see them. And to be a white cop in America, unless you fall in a family for that, there's something wrong with that. There's too many opportunities for white boys in America to want to be a cop. You didn't like me before you got the gun. Why do you think you don't turn on TV or have white folks on this show that talk about these black cops that shot their brother in the head 44 times? With the thousands of black cops in America, you think cops is better trained or more spiritual? No, then the white folks ain't gonna tolerate it. And so when we get to the point, we're not gonna tolerate it. What does that mean? Get a gun? No, you ain't get no gun. All you gotta do is call for a boycott from Thanksgiving to Christmas. 79% of all retail happened during that. Just to threaten them, they stop. You say, well, we want Confederate flags. There's 12 states in America got Confederate flags somewhere in their flags. All you got to do, they say, if that's not removed by this weekend, we're calling for black folks and decent white folks not to send none of your athletes to these southern states. That's not why. Because the South don't have no $1 trillion sports industry except colleges. Okay?
So we're not using our economic power.
You don't know, you ain't got no economic power. What economic powers you got, huh? That's bullshit, man. You ain't got no economic powers, huh? Name them. Name the only building of a black company, headquarters is downtown, is Johnny Johnson's, Ebony and Jet. No, in the whole country. There's no other. And he had to get a white boy to fake. And now he lost it. He don't own it no more.
Right. Yeah, they had to sell that. They had to sell the photo archives.
Huh?
They had to sell the photo archives as well.
They sold everything, man.
Yeah.
Predominantly.
Yeah.
Okay? So you can't have nothing in this country they don't want you to have it. Huh?
Yeah. Well, is that part of the game? Like we can have money, but we can't have wealth as black people?
No, that's tricky language, man. My grandma don't know what you just said. You ain't never had no money. Huh? Let me tell you something, man. If you was a congressperson, all Congress districts get a piece of the defense budget. Every one of them. Now, the top 20 defense budget districts is $19 billion or more. The first 11 is Democratic districts, not Republican. The first two, hear me, 1 or 2 and number 3 is in black districts. Huh? Okay. Number 1, Chicago. I'm sorry, St. Louis. Congressman. Why? McDonnell Douglas. Number 3, the ex-Black Panthers is in Congress from Chicago. What's that? Boeing aircraft. See, if you don't know the language, you can't figure it. You can't figure it out. And that's what it's about. White ain't a color, it's an attitude. And we don't know nothing about no damn money. Huh? And what money you got, they can take it from you in the morning. Outside of Washington, D.C., there's a huge place they build in that gambling casino. National Harbor. A black man owned all of that. Not just the harbor, that's just 1/10 of the land that he owned. White boy show up one day, say, Mill, we need to talk to you. We got the documents, we're gonna buy your land. Him, don't worry about him, that's narcotics. That's the drugs. While you was in the room winking at that waitress, he was putting drugs in your car. So we're fixing to bust you. It's that simple.
Oh, congratulations, first off, on the Walk of Fame, Hollywood Walk of Fame. I watched the things. You had a lot of great people come out to support you, and of course your wife and everything.
Yeah,
So
it was
congratulations.
good. But I didn't care about it, about the trick.
So we define the white folks as, so I guess, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, or is it like
Oh, I don't get into that. I say white folks.
white folks? Okay.
White folks.
So if
And I know all white folks ain't white.
okay,
Yeah, I tell white folks that if you can't get on the phone and call the stock market and determine if they're going up or going down, you ain't white.
so I mean, is there such a thing as an Illuminati?
Uh,
Is there an Illuminati?
if you know about it, it's not. That's bullshit.
Okay.
The real things that count, most black folk don't know about it. The Illuminati, black folk can't even read or write, know about the Illuminati. What's that? Huh? It's like the boule. Talk about black folk. Well, tell me what business they own. What company they own. Y'all sit around talking about the boule, huh? What goes behind that? Okay? This is stuff they put out, man. It's a game.
Now, how deep does it run? I mean, you were talking about how the starved rock thing you talked about in the last clip, that encounter that you had. You know, getting fame. Like a lot of people watching it dream of the kind of success that you had.
That ain't number chump stuff, man.
Okay.
Ain't number chump stuff. Who was the number one baseball player? The history of baseball, 100 years. You don't know. Don't give a damn about that. The word fan means, it's a Latin word, fanatic, huh? And while we talking about it, Notre Dame's playing somebody today. Georgia's playing Alabama. Whoever win, the white team will tear up the town.
Right.
But it's okay to ride behind a silly game. But when you shoot my dad or my son in the back of the head 40 times, that's off limits. Okay? They do it all the time. Every time the game is won. I never understood why the winners ride. Okay? So this is the game. Martin Luther King will be remembered as long as somebody's on the planet. Athletic stuff, I don't even mention their name.
Right. No, but I'm talking about in terms of, like, I read your book, Nigger.
Yeah.
And I read Callous of the Soul.
Yeah.
And I love both books.
Yeah.
I mean, you've led a fascinating life. But there seems to be a transformation, like at the end of Nigger, you're still riding the fame. Like it's a success story in a way that kind of reinforces the American dream. Like I came from humble beginnings and I became one
But
of
that's
those.
you. I never said that.
Okay.
I never said that.
Okay, so what?
I've always been listed in the phone book. I never had a bodyguard. The filthiest people on this planet is athletes and entertainers, okay? You, with this show, have done more for the humanities than 99% of all the athletes and entertainers on the planet. But they've even tricked you to believe that you ain't nothing but doo-doo and they something big. They ain't nothing but a piece of shit, man. All of them, a handful of them will break through, like Ali. Handful of them will break through.
Right. But what I'm getting at is that you traded it all. You traded all the money and the success and funneled it into the movement.
That was me. This had nothing to do with no damn coach.
Okay.
Huh? I wasn't controlled by white folks.
Okay.
Huh? Black folks made me. Man, I'm in a little club making $5 a night, 3 nights a week. Huh? When I wasn't funny. See? I was the laugh at the party. I was the party clown. Most black folks can do that. What's the difference in being that and a comedian? Timing. What you doing here now? Hey man, you can just walk in here and say, people sitting there, wow man, no, you prepared for this. You knew what this was gonna be about. You read the books, huh? So you just don't jump in here and start doing it.
Right.
Well, that's the same thing with athletes. When I see football on Sunday, I see slavery all over again. The Negroes in the field picking cotton with a ball and the white folks sitting on the bench with a clipboard trying to act intelligent. Are you crazy? So that's what this is about. But it's weak in spirit, weak in heart, Ain't nothing going for you. So I got to reach for something. My family didn't do it. My children did it. So I got to reach at something, huh? And them children better not make no noise while that game's on. Dad said, be quiet. That's what this is about. Don't nobody care about it.
But do people want money and success, that illusion, so much that they're willing to sacrifice? I mean, like one of the things you said, I mean, you were in the belly of the beast at one point. You were playing everywhere, Jack Parr, Playboy clubs.
At one time, I was making more money than Frank Sinatra. Mm-hmm. White folks didn't make me. The agents I was with didn't know about me until I was big. It's the black folks that came. $5 a night. Didn't cost nothing to get in. 35 cents a bottle of beer. You could sit through 3 shows. Why am I so powerful? I refused to do the same show over the next show. So I could start flat-footed last night and done 12 hours. I almost got out of show business. Dick Shawn, I went to see him downtown. I had to sit at the bar, I didn't have no money. So I wasn't under no drink minimum. So I got there and I talked to the black guy that walked through the men's room that brush your shirt off, wipe stuff off your shoes. So I came back the next night. He said, how'd you like the show? I said, I'm just sad, man. I decided last night I was gonna get out of show business. I saw this genius. He said, Dick Shawn? Yeah. Man, he been doing that same shit for the last 30 years. I didn't know that. I didn't know that white folks' time is too valuable to sit through 3 shows. Huh? So he been doing that same thing. He had a thing where you flip a cigarette. And when he get over there, cigarette falls on his lips. Now, I don't see the ones he missed. I said, wow, man. Cried. Not jealous, just, whew. And when he told me that, man, I didn't know that. So I went back into show business. Nobody knew.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knew.
But the fame, I mean, like some people, they feel like you almost have to sell your soul to get fame, or is it just hard work, or, is it luck, is it consequence, is it?
No, most of us in sold our soul. We just called it something else. I don't know about you, but I know when I was young and the girls would go to pee and we'd put more whiskey in and stuff. So the next day, I don't know what got into me. I did. Right. But it was black folks. I had to search shit on my own. If I didn't bring a woman to the nightclub, I didn't leave with one. This is my job, not my hustle. If I was working at the steel mill, I can't bring no woman in there and play with her. Huh? That's what this is about, man. That was me. Me. Huh? I'm no damn entertainer. When I looked at Michael Jackson, looked at James Brown, that footwork, no envy. No envy. I knew Michael better than his family. I put Michael on a 30-day water fast. 30 days, nothing but water. And all he talked about is the James Brown. Not out of envy, but out of respect. And then one day, after 39 years, he went on the other side, it was the moonwalk. The moonwalk. My 3-year-old grandchildren can out-moonwalk Michael. Because once you break the lid off, then everybody jumps through. That's what that's about.
Right. And you kick that door open. So just to go back, was there a moment of breakthrough? Like I just, I'm just trying to see that rise, and then at what decision did you decide that it was enough for you?
I didn't. I didn't. I didn't know nothing about show business. I didn't know that no black comic could work white nightclubs. I didn't know that. And so 100 years ago, there was Richard Pryor's. There wasn't no place they could work. The black church, if it wasn't for black churches, we wouldn't have been able to act. We did the Christmas play, the Easter play, We wrote stuff for the church, And then Hugh Hefner, a little pipe-smoking dude, looked like Popeye. When 98% of clubs was owned by the mob, he brought me in. Them black folks had listened to me when I wasn't funny, and I got so funny, they pushed me downtown where they couldn't afford to come see me. I owe that. So I've always been listed in the phone book. I've never had a bodyguard. This is my loyalty. If I didn't bring you in the club, I'm not bringing. This is my job.
Right. But were you ever seduced by the fame and the lights and the money, or?
Didn't have to be.
Okay.
See, I knew this. I knew I was going to hit big. I knew that when I was a little boy. I knew it for two reasons. One was embarrassing. My mother believed in fortune tellers. I thought it was ignorance. Never forget Mother Pooh. Said, Miss Lillian, you got a son named Richard. Say next Tuesday, take him out of school, bring him here at 1 o'clock. I keep feeling something. I was so embarrassed, man. 7 years old. She said, your name Richard? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, how come you don't like me? I said, I think you're stupid. I think my mama's stupid. She said, well, I just want you to know there's a star in the center of your head. And one day you're going to be one of the biggest people in the world. One day kings and queens and powerful will be calling you. 7 years old. And say money, you'll have more money than some countries. And I said, I see it happen. There's a brown briefcase. Well, you way back then, I'm born in 1932, man. But I got no briefcase. Our luggage was shopping bags. You get on train with shopping bags with your stuff in it. So a guy came to me from ABC, and they was doing it. Imagine you, the first network, you, ABC, did a thing called Walk in My Shoes. That was the first thing in the history about the black folk problem. So they came to the club and taped it, and whew, man, you know how happy I was. I didn't know the power. They taped 3 hours. I had 2 seconds. And the world went crazy. That's the power. Crazy. So I bumped into Alex Dreyer, who put it together, and said, oh, Dick, I'm going to tell you, oh, let me tell you the letters. Millions. Oh, and by the way, I got this gift for you. You got time? I can get it now. I got it. Carried it home. It's a brown briefcase. 2 weeks later, I'm on top of the world. Top of the world. I said to my wife, I said, you know, I feel something. But black folks, when they make money, they owe themselves $1 million worth of treats just to start unmessing up their mind. That's what I did. That song, not for mama, not for daddy, but for me, oh Lord, I was trying to get that stuff out of my head. My head. Give me some booty. Then I started doing the research. Booty is a pirate's word for the loot. Let me show you the loot. I'm going to get me some booty. The black woman in America ain't never been freed. So it's booty. Nobody told us that. We don't know why we even said, hey, man, it's a game. And sometimes you fall into something, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get there and you get caught doing things that you're not supposed to do. You got people that get fired from their job because they hit on the master's son. The whole game.
And somebody's keeping track of everything you have to do.
They don't have to.
No?
No, they didn't have the stuff they got now.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have to. That's why you know if you believe ISIS ain't us, you're a fool. You're crazy. If you believe them black pirates 3 years ago, Somali, they don't have 5 yachts in the whole country, but they taking on the greatest navies in the history of the planet, and we go for that. Why not? Why not? That's a game. It's like when I was a little boy, if you were colorblind, you couldn't go in the military. That's what black folks, it was a job, man. Medical insurance. So one day, the Air Force, there was no Air Force, Air Force. And they found out colorblind people couldn't see camouflage. So right now, if you was colorblind, you can't read or write, never been to school, you go in as a captain making $1,000 more a month than a real captain. Because when you look over there, you see the shit. Here. Now, the bull is colorblind. So what's the red towel about?
No, I never thought about it.
Yeah, okay. So, red turns on men and blue turn on women. That's why the prostitute area around the world is called the red light district. Red. That's why when this thug took a woman's lips that's cut like the vagina, except it go this way instead of this way, and paint it red, and she wondered why you looking at her. When the FBI Hoover brought in the horde, set Dillinger up so they could kill him, she's called a woman in red. So now let's go back to the bull. Bull don't see color. Who sees it? The man. That make his joint hard, so he stands there and get closer and closer and closer. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. So when you start looking at and then go deeper, white folk didn't see me. I was invisible. So I said, I'll make you see me. You didn't learn this at Harvard, Yale, Morehouse. So I put on the red shoes, the orange hat, the green light jacket, and white folk laughed at me. I said, I won this one, and all the laugh at me. Cracker, you got to see me. You got to see me. You never saw me before. I didn't know why I did in this universe.
How would you define racism?
The ability, that's why you can never be a racist in America. The ability to control somebody else's fate and destiny. I can hate white folks with a passion. I don't have the power to see to it their children go to bad schools. I don't have the power to see to it they bail or sit higher than mine. That's what. When white folks say reverse racism, oh, come on, man. If I dislike you because you're a Jew, that's prejudice. If I dislike you because you're German, that's prejudice. Racism is the ability to control somebody else's faith and destiny. I don't have that power.
And it runs deep.
Huh?
It runs deep. I think one of the things when you see all these killings, by the police, by the system, and you realize that we all want to believe in America, but then we
don't say you want to believe in it. Ain't nobody but a fool won't believe in America. These folks they blame it on ISIS. Those are 99% white folks. So after what just happened not too long ago at this little school down there, ISIS don't have to come here. You want some white folk killed? They already got that in motion. They already got that in motion. Let me tell you something very interesting. Abraham Lincoln loved Frederick Douglass. The nigga could speak, taught himself how to read, he was one of the greatest artists on the planet. But he was a little jackleg friend, old JoJo, Boo Boo. He was running late. He didn't mean to take that nigga to where Lincoln was. He was there. So Lincoln had something because Lincoln's daddy was a black man. If you saw that last Abraham Lincoln movie, it starts off talking about his nappy, kinky hair. That's white boys wrote that. You hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he told him, he said, I'd like to like for you to meet my friend, JoJo, Juju. And he touched that nigger stuff in Lincoln. Lincoln just fall all off the front. He never heard nothing like that. The brother was, pow. So he said, man, I'm glad to be here. I said, this old punk friend of mine. You think this nigga smart? Man, you ought to come around, hang around with the folks I hang around. See what he need to tell you is we just want to bar your army. But you got to throw them two psychopaths in there. General Sherman and Grant. They went into Atlanta and set Atlanta on fire, dug up the railroad tracks, heat them and wrap them around trees. That's what you dealing with now and you don't know. These damn white boys out there, most of them is psychopaths and all that. They'll kill your mama's mama and you just think you dealing with some ordinary folk. You don't know who they are, huh? But that's what he told Lincoln, give us that and we'll get him back. Okay? That's what the Fortune magazine and all that, that's them white boys. It's killing in their body, huh? So they look for wars to fight. That's what that's about. And so consequently, you sit and you look at, when I was a little boy, we couldn't even be caught in Ferguson. We'd go out there and throw bricks at the little black jock. Pow! So one day, me and my man sitting around talking shit, man. I said, excuse me, wait a minute, man. Something ain't right. Jockeys don't have lanterns. Jockeys don't have lanterns. Say, we gotta check this out one day, man. And so one day I got around to it. He was 14 years old, named Jocko. His daddy's Jocko. The greatest military theorist in the history of the planet. Him and his dad. So one day, little Jocko told Washington, hey, old man, what's up? I'm all right. No, you're not. Don't lie to me. Something wrong. He said, well, down here where my troops are, I think this is where the British is coming. He said, there's a possibility they come up here where you are. I can't leave half here and half there. He said, well, you're right. I think they're coming down there. But let's do it this way. If they come this way, see that bend down there? That's 3 hours. I'll see them. So, hand me that there. So let me take this lantern and I'll hold it. And if I do this here, then they're coming. You got 3 hours to get up here. Okay? So they came and Washington beat them up bad. So the next day he went up to thank Jocko. And Jocko had froze to death with the lantern. That's a symbol of loyalty. Okay? But they changed it around. That's what that is, a symbol of loyalty. This 14-year-old child. And y'all sitting around here, worried about this and that. Who cares? That will never end. Stuff that I saw, because my mama told me to be quiet long enough to go. 300 years ago, America sent the scientists to Colombia. And they was trying to crack hieroglyphics. The crystal skull, there's 13 of them. I got 3. 3. One of them is worth all the money that's ever been put in all the banks in the world. Just give it to me. So I called a girlfriend of mine that hooked me up with the Indians. And I said, hey man, just tell so-and-so, I don't know what I did, but I left them somewhere. So she called me, she said, don't worry about it, they'll find you. And 2 weeks later, I walk in the hotel, they're sitting on the bed. That's the power when you look inside of here. Not just chump stuff. That money stuff, what's that? And so most folks don't even know that the banks, I can't say getting ready to close, so that's a federal law. You create a run on the bank, that's a federal law. But if you got over $250,000 in the bank, like these black churches, they got 50,000, 50 million, 100 million, all you get is 250,000. Safe deposit in the bank, once it closes, becomes property of the bank, not yours. People running out now buying gold and silver. No. This crisis is coming, you better get something you can run with. And that's 1 carat white diamonds. They black. So a friend of mine comes and says, oh man, thank you, man. Me and my wife, we got New York, we went to Tiffany's, and I think we got about 7 million. We're gonna come back and get another 30 million. I said, man, you buying jewelry. 90% of the price of jewelry go to the artist that put it together. There ain't no money. Ain't no money at all. The Cubans that came over, how'd they get here? With Castro, swallowed it. And I ain't never trusted Castro. Never trusted Castro. People say, do Castro want something? Not me. The most secret Navy base in the history of planet Earth is Guantanamo. Why would we have that on enemy territory? 99% of the people work there. It's Cubans. Huh?
Something up.
You hear me?
There's something up.
That's the game. And we all know that when Castro came to America after he took over, he went to Harlem. No, he came here first. Had a ticker tape parade down Pennsylvania Avenue. It's a game.
That's crazy. So it sounds like you're talking about illusion, and what illusion you're willing to buy into.
Yeah.
That there's a real truth that's beyond the belief.
Yeah, and
that
also
we're
there's some
programmed
black
to see.
people, they don't care about it. I don't care about it. It's out of my league. So they still got that part open. That's where you come in. That part is open. That part
Pineal.
is open. They love it. They feel it. You sitting in the movie, say, I smell something like smoke. Whatever you ever smell like smoke that wasn't smoke. You said, I done well. I'm sitting there, I smell something like smoke. It is smoke, fool. So the game.
Okay. All right. You got me vibrating here.
I meant to tell you that I didn't finish it. "300 years ago, America sent a team to South America to study the caves in Colombia, the hieroglyphics. They didn't know how to crack it, but they knew eventually they would. They didn't realize it would take 150 years. Later, they cracked it, and they took the pictures and drew stuff. And here's what it said. White man, one day the white lady will do to your children what you have done to ours. Back then, cocaine wasn't called the white lady. The number one drugged out state in America today is Vermont, not Chicago, not Harlem. 81% of everybody that OD today while we sitting here is white folks. More white folks die every day from cheap heroin than die from automobile accidents and homicides as we sit here. The universe, the rhythm, catch us up.
It's all there.
Yeah, it's there, and nothing we can do about it once you let it. His wife's 9 months pregnant. She can't abort. You could have, but didn't. So now, in a few days, the baby's coming for mean death to the mother and the child. It's out of your hands now. The baby don't come from her, or here it comes through her. That's a gift. That's there. And that ain't gonna change. Not gonna change at all.
Okay.
And so the only thing that we can see now is this. Shit, man, when I was a little boy, where would an ignorant, redneck, nigger-hating white boy hear opera? Just put a little button.
Radio.
And there it is. They didn't have no radios back then. Down there. And the radio couldn't get nothing but 2 viaducts. Okay? Now it's the whole thing. The whole piece. And then look at me, black man. When Obama first got elected, Ole Miss, them crackers had riots. A bunch of them was killed, the government didn't say that. Riots. Them nigga football players was still out there on the field. Second time he's elected, they had more riots. You and me sent our children there to play football, to outrun a nigga with a football, outrun God. They never taught to us that all we got to do is. So we got to go, get out the way. It's that simple. And this is something you have to check out. We heard about that law with Trayvon Martin. And you had the right to stand your ground. Please check this out. The Klan was invented in the state of Indiana. 3 years ago, the state of Indiana signed legislating, stand your rights against the police. Cop come by and knock on your door with that battling ram or found it around the door. Who? And that's legal. As we sit here now.
So it's coming back.
That's legal.
Voting rights rescinded. A lot of our rights are rescinded.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Executive orders. We didn't.
But wait a minute.
Okay.
The National Rifle Association was sided with them. The governor said, I never thought I'd see the day I'd sign it. That's where it is.
Yeah. Well.
That's where it is. The universe. Universe.
Michael Jackson. I mean, you knew him. It seems like he needed that fix, that money. It was never enough.
It wasn't money. It wasn't about money. He didn't have no childhood. See, y'all always be trying to talk about shit you don't know. He didn't have a fucking childhood. Huh? All right? He had all the money he wanted, all the fame he wanted. Huh? But he never bounced the ball. Huh? So y'all gonna sit there and talk about somebody you ain't never talked to him. Huh? Michael Jackson. Huh? A child. His mind was a child. Became one of the most powerful human beings in the world. And they killed him. And when they killed him, just simple mathematics. He's getting ready to do the big show in London 50 times. God can't work one city 50 times. What made you think he could? And that childness in him, It never dawned on him. So he's insured. This is your show. So the insurance is on you, not the rest of the people. So they had him insured for $1.5 billion. So when they killed him, you mean the Lords of London didn't see them holes in his arm? Lords of London, $1.5 billion, and they didn't see these holes? You know? Michael was killed at 2 o'clock in the morning from a laser. What's the police chief? He's not police chief of New York. Bratton? Whatever his name is.
I was thinking Gates, but that's before.
No. And then 4 days later, they go into the house and find this bloody shirt of Michael's. And then understand it's like $450,000 worth of jewelry and cash missing. So white boy said, we got to get rid of you, but we'll ease you out. So then he comes and he works in Virginia, which is called the CIA, and now he's the police chief of New York, a fucking criminal. Gangster. That's what it's about.
Well, I thought it was because of the Sony thing. They wanted I believe there was some.
Well, that's because you don't have the information.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
I said he was killed by a laser. Huh? I just told you it was a bloody shirt and the money. Just public. All you gotta do is go look it up. Huh?
Okay.
I didn't come here to find out what you think.
No, I'm just asking about
No, you didn't. You say you thought. I'm not interviewing you. You interviewing me. I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
Huh? But you go do it. I respect who you gonna be. So don't sit here and tell me you thought it was the Sony thing. Huh?
Okay.
What was the Sony thing about? Tell my grandmother.
Well, my understanding was that he was going to get the Beatles catalog. And
He already had it. Huh?
Okay.
He bought the Beatles catalog when his people told him don't buy it. He bought it for $48 million. When they killed him, it was worth $2.5 billion. Huh? Huh? Stuff go on in your house I don't know nothing about. There's a persona out there I don't know nothing about. But when we sitting here with respect for one, I don't want to hear what you thought. I saw the check, nigga. Huh? So I got to sit here and what you thought. Who cares? Huh? That's all I'm saying.
I understand.
And then what they didn't know when they came out with the will, his 3 children's name was misspelled. Huh?
So
The day he was supposed to have signed it,
So it's a fake will.
it's a fake will. Huh? That's what I'm saying. Okay? That's all. And so if I was over there and they said, well, what role did Sony play? No, you didn't say that. I thought I'm not here because of what you think. Huh?
Okay.
Did Sony have anything? Huh? That's
Okay, I'll ask
no.
better.
You don't have to ask that. I don't care.
No, I'll phrase better with the.
No, I'm saying it's already. You already said it,
Okay.
huh? And you ain't gonna stop that overnight. And I don't want you to stop it overnight, huh? There's people listening to me that's cleansed when you said what you said, huh? Cause we know, huh? I told Michael. I got to his house, man. His father called me and said, Michael need to see you. Michael couldn't go up, his dad and mom couldn't go up to the top floor. Huh? So when they sit there and said, when I carried the food up to him, I saw these little boys. Michael knew. Everybody knew him, couldn't nobody go up to the 3rd floor. Huh? So I go and Orange County, father come back and say, Michael wants you to sit in my seat. I go. So now the trial's over that day. We go home. He holds me, feel like an animal, clawing me. Greg, they're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill you, I know. When the last time you ate, said, poison me. When the last time you drank some water? I said, okay, here's the problem we got. I got to slip you out of here today and take you to the hospital. No, they'll kill. Michael, am I smarter than you? Shut up. what we'll do is get a driver, and we're going to San Francisco to see a friend. What he didn't know is once we got out the house, when you saw that H for hospital, that's where I was going. I didn't know where. Nobody know we coming. So we go there. 5 o'clock that evening. Michael Jackson. Dehydrated. 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock the next morning, they still putting water in him. The doctor said, thank God for you, because he'd have been dead. That's how dried up he was. Okay? I know him. Huh? I know him. I know what it's about. Not about Sony. He already had it. Already had it. Okay? And so what happened is, when they killed him, them white boys that came in and convinced everybody that Michael had went back with them. Michael had gone back with them. Okay? And so the will said that anybody on this will protested, if you lose, you cut out. That's why Mama, we don't even know where she getting groceries from now. She was cut out after. Now, just go back to the one thing. Lords of London got me insured for $1 billion. That means they give me all kind of checks and they didn't see the holes. Now here's how clever they are. You and the brother, there's first responders. You get there at 10 o'clock. He's out. You don't know he's dead because the call just come in. So you trying to get a vein. You don't know he's been dead since 2 o'clock. So now they tried everything. Now they go get the different chemicals I can put in. That's where the needle holes came from. Huh? That's how clever they are. The folks that's doing it don't know it. They're just trying to bring them out. Got needle in there. Sure, they got needle holes. But that's where they came from. Huh? That's where they came from. Okay? And the old punk doctor, he know nothing about it. When he's on the 911, they said, what's the address? I don't know. He didn't know the address. Huh? This is a game. The most powerful human being on the planet, entertainer. Huh? They say he ain't lost his license. He's still practicing that. It's okay.
So, something fishy there. I think I smell smoke.
Yep.
I think I smell
something like smoke.
Something like smoke.
When Tupac was killed, well, I know something. The mob don't go there and have a shootout in the front lounge. Would make you think black folks could. And who was in the car with him? Quincy Jones' daughter.
Well, she was? Okay.
How I know that New York Times don't know it? How I know that he'd been attempted to be killed so many times, the car is bulletproof. So you had to shoot through a bulletproof car to get him in the head. He was shot in the car. That's what this was about. That's what this was about. Shot in the car. Of course, he had nerve enough to write some shit in the record.
Yeah, be careful what you say to the government. We might be in trouble here, just here.
Do you know in my life, man, I never owned a camera in my life.
Really? You had tape recorders, though.
Huh?
You had tape recorders.
No, me, I have to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no cameras.
Never got interested in photography?
Never. Here's Donald Trump. Here's Stone Fool. Sit there and call a woman ugly and then say he didn't say it. On that debate? Well, my advice to Donald Trump and to her, they should marry each other and see what kind of ugly baby the both of them have.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
it's a game.
But he at this point he is a legitimate contender.
He's a legitimate contender. You in this business. You ever been interviewed by somebody about him?
No.
Okay, so what make you somebody else have? Okay,
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Huh? That's the white folks say it. It ain't questioned.
right.
Then you got this other little thug punk, Ben Carson. 90% of black folks ain't never heard of him. So you mean these redneck white folks love him that much? He's that high? What was his claim to fame?
Surgeon.
No, it was more than that. He's the first prime that disconnected Siamese twins from the head. That never happened before in the history of the planet. He wasn't even in the room when that happened. So that's what research do. It was that team of 87 German doctors. And they thought they was able to do this. So they brought him in the room because he was from South Africa. In South Africa, we all know before black folk took over, South Africa had a nuclear bomb. You heard Nelson Mandela? You heard nobody talk about it. Where'd it go? Where did it go?
Good question. So to clarify, you said Ben Carson was from South Africa?
No, the person they operated on was
From South Africa.
South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. And they didn't want nobody to be able to say they was experimenting on black folks. Now let's get back to just plain old nigger shit. If he did what they say he did, how come he's never been nominated for a Nobel Prize in medicine? I didn't say get one. You know, when they pick out the #1 football player in America this year, it'll be 10 people nominated. He's never been nominated. We ain't talking about a Nobel Prize. He's never been nominated. That's why you see that look on his face. And then when they tried to make him feel he's important, you can't duck a lie. When he came to the prayer vectors of the president and said, Obamacare is worse than slavery. Did you know by the time he got back to Johns Hopkins, he was fired?
Wow.
Moved his stuff out. Johns Hopkins get more government money than any country in the world. Don't mess with this titty. He's already been paid to give the commencement address. 2 weeks later, they say, keep the money, though. We don't want you around here.
Wow.
That's who he is.
Wow.
And 4 years before that, they had a black man, Herman Cain, one of the brilliant black minds on the planet. So when I saw him doing the buckwheat speech, I said, oh my God. Herman Cain was chairman of the Kansas City Federal Reserve. That's where your pension money, that's where your income tax money is. You look at the checks, Kansas City Federal Reserve. He ran that. But the trick is, because they know racism.
Right.
They had these white women coming out, talking about what he did, but don't say he had sex with them. He had sex.
Really?
No.
They played the same trick on Clarence Thomas. No, rightly or wrongly. I don't know if I don't know what your opinion is on Clarence Thomas, but some scandal came out on him.
Yeah, well, see, I was given an honorary doctorate degree at the University of Missouri. A black man was head of the law department. Him and Clarence Thomas was in college together. He showed me the letter that Clarence drew up on how they could make it big. And he said, I can't do that. Okay? That's from Clarence Thomas. Okay? And so I know a guy, he just died a couple of weeks ago, named Dr. Goodhart in St. Louis. Went to Cornell. brilliant. He's one of the finest minds in the history of the school. This was what? Back in the 30s. So they go to him, they make a deal. He said, Monsanto. They cry when they talk about you, how intelligent, how brilliant. They would like for you to run the company, but they can't bring you in as that because the white scientists would quit. Right. But you white enough to be white. He refused it. He refused it. I mean,
wait,
so when I met him, a friend of mine had cancer. He said, I got the cure. He said, but I sell it to veterinarians. Okay? In 3 days, the guy was cured. Now, forget that. Black man became so angry. All of these people died for cancer. He has the cure. Don't make me mad, boy. Okay? Then he showed me a picture, man. Looked like something from another planet. I said, well, you show me? He said, that's me. What? Yeah, my laboratory blew up on me. Wow. Well, how you look like that? I got the cure. Wow. I have the cure. Don't make me mad. Huh? See how it works?
It's out there. Well, what did the letter that Clarence Thomas wrote up say?
Huh?
You said Clarence Thomas had written a letter.
I wasn't but a little scheme with him, and here was the plan they was going to do. He said, not me.
Okay, all right.
Was his name Steve Jobs? Mm-hmm. When Steve Jobs died, in his checkbook, he had $4 billion in his personal account. That checkbook you got? Just imagine $4 billion in there.
I wouldn't be able to write on the whole check. I'd have to get a second.
Yeah, but the thing is this. He couldn't make 58 years old. He died at 57. I got an old trifling uncle in St. Louis. He can't read or write, drink cheap wine, cuss everybody out. And he 103. Steve Jobs should have followed him around. That don't mean nothing. That mean nothing at all if this ain't. This ain't right.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've certainly endured your interactions with the government. You know, a lot of people got taken out. How does it feel to be the survivor? You know, the one with all the tales. You know, why do you think you were chosen to tell these tales?
Well, let me tell you how it works. I have 10 children. That means the real God gave me the power to produce another God. 10 times. He didn't ask me, what school did you go to? Can you read? Can you write? You got any money? The universal God, all of us. And then one day I got to thinking, I never owned a car. I didn't check out the year, the make, the model, the down payment, the monthly notes, put the license plate. So when I look in the mirror at me and realize I put more plan in owning a jive car than creating God's new life, I'm the fucking problem. And you and nobody else gonna tell me when I look in the mirror, I see a piece of shit. Huh? All right. Most of you black folks look in the mirror and you see this, you say, I don't. I see. Okay? I see this. My first daughter, I didn't want to get married. I went to the Negro drugstore and said, man, this. He said, oh, let me fix something. I fix it and I take it to her. He said, this'll knock out the elephant. So I didn't see her no more. Wasn't nothing about love. I was just getting me some pussy, man. I come back, I see her 3 months later. She big. I said, what you didn't take her? I didn't say I was gonna take it. What do you mean?
Let's talk about some more current events. Well, Bill Cosby What's going on with him? The scandal, do you believe it? Do you not believe it?
No, do you think I would sit here if I would tell you I believe it? I wouldn't tell you, I don't know you that well.
No.
But I know it's a trick. You've been here long enough, no athlete can do anything they want to do, and nothing happens to them. Huh?
Right.
Big business pay the government $10 billion, but they don't have to admit they broke a law. Huh? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
DeSantis, bottled water,
Mm-hmm.
Coca-Cola. The largest fine in the history of Europe. They was fined $900 million because they take ordinary tap water purified with benzene and another poison. Nobody go to jail. Nobody go to jail.
Right.
And so consequently, let's look at Bill Cosby. Where'd they find all these women? They didn't know each other. And when they finally bring the judge in and open up the records, that happened after the 4th of July holiday. Huh? Judges don't work on weekends. So where'd it come from? It came after all the barbecues and the trumpet was back home. Here it is. The judge. Here's what the judge said. Told Bill, you should get you some more lawyers. The judge said that. Right. Why? Because the judge said, well, give me a reason why I shouldn't open these up. He said it would embarrass Bill's family. His lawyer said that. What about the women?
Right.
Okay? But here's what happened. Bill Cosby was getting ready to buy NBC. White supremacy came in and said, I have a right to. Well, you see, there's a thing called racist white folks giving them a liberation holiday. That's what Cosby's show was. He didn't know it. Huh? You ever met a black person named Huxtable? Dr. Huxtable? Huh?
I'm sorry, I haven't.
Okay? That name don't threaten white folks. Huh? So when you put this show on and come out with facts, white folk can't wait to get the Bill Cosby show. And so what you dig is complaining about, if you was like Bill Cosby, went to school, got a good education, look at your children. Them children be going somewhere on Saturday dressed up. Everybody else is going, rich white folk going to the park. That's what you call a liberation holiday. He's not aware of it. Huh? That was the game, a liberation holiday. Okay, so this show here, you put stuff out there, they can't get a liberation holiday. Huh?
It's uncut. It's pure.
Yeah, and so consequently, when the Bill Cosby thing hit, he was negotiating buying NBC. Oh, that's when they killed his son. You ever ask yourself a question? White folks love Bill Cosby so much. They had commercials, man, where little white children was riding his back eating tapioca out of his eardrums. Daddy Bill. And so, how do they kill my son and I can't get a commercial? No more Jell-O commercial. I didn't kill nobody. My son didn't kill nobody. What's this about? That's what it's about. He knew something that most folk didn't know. That Mercedes he bought him, they had reboots. They only had them, then anybody can get them now. You get a flat, it reboots its own self. That's technology. He knew that. Plus, you know what kind of fool you got to be to want to rob somebody on the highway? And that shit ended with stagecoaches, man. Huh? Cars traveling 30, 40, 50, 70 miles, and you gonna wait out there to rob one? Huh? Then he gets out and calls a white woman. She shows up in a miniskirt, mink coat, and high heel shoes to help him change your flat. When all you gotta do is push your button and the flat change itself. Bill knew that. Then if you look at the police report, I read it all. No robbery. Here's $6,000 cash. All his credit cards, cell phone. No robbery. Then 6 months later, they arrested an American, but he's a Russian immigrant.
Right.
So he did. When we checked that out, he was in Mexico that night. So Bill knows this. So now 30 years later, they just busted him. The
Hannibal.
huh?
Hannibal Buress. Hannibal Buress.
Who?
The comedian Hannibal.
Man, how come you ain't heard of him? They sent him there to do the trick, and you ain't heard of him. No more. Huh? It's a game. You never heard of him before? You haven't heard of him, man. Bill Cosby and his wife wake up dead tomorrow. The world's convinced he committed suicide. You hear me? Discovery Channel. Bankrupt. Bankrupt. Okay? The only thing saved it when Oprah couldn't do it was Halle Berry. Huh? Okay. They are bankrupt. Bill was thinking about. Huh? It's that simple. It's that simple. The Pope came to New York, went to Harlem. Al Sharpton wasn't there. Al Sharpton probably one of the most powerful Negroes in America because of the TV show 5 days a week. Radio show 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. He wasn't invited to Harlem at a black school, but he let them use him. Every time something go down with a cop and a black person, they bring him in, but don't give him the respect. Huh? Say, come on to Harlem, man. We gotta. Just his friends, the mayor, huh? All that. Huh? It's a game.
Right, right.
Same thing with Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods got busted for the same reason as Bill Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Tiger Woods had to win 4 more to tie Jack Nicklaus. 5 to be the all-time. So he gets busted. I know somebody that saw when he came to the hospital. She told me if I didn't tell you this was Tiger Woods, you wouldn't know. That was a mob whooping.
Wow.
Huh? Now, so what did they do? They made deals. They said, Tiger, here's what we got. We got a law called the Mann Act, taking a woman across state lines for immoral purposes. We're not just getting you for that little 17-and-a-half-year-old girl you cared to watch you play golf in Sweden. 20 years. Now let's sit like reasonable people. You can either do the 20 years, or we can make a deal now. You go back, play for a while, and on worldwide camera, you're going to pull something in your back so the whole world will see it. And then eventually, you have to resign, retire. Last year, this time, and we talking about 2014, he was number 1. Today, as we sit here, he's number 270. Now they've already talked about retiring. That's what this is about.
It's part of the fix. It makes me think of Michael Jordan's dad. He got killed on the side of the road.
Michael knew that. Michael knew that. They busted Michael. Michael ain't got no money. Michael broke. That's chump stuff.
It was like a gambling thing or something like that.
You know, gambling. Broke. But they said, now we got this one Negro, so we don't have to get no more. His wife filed for divorce, and they said, he ain't got no money. Why y'all just stay there? How did it come out? Because Michael Jordan, the restaurants he owned, he signed a contract where he would show up X amount of times a year, and they went to court and found he just had 2%. So when they busted him, shaving points. Then in the process, they said, oh, wow, man, Magic Johnson's doing the same thing. So they said, oh, we're in trouble. That is basketball. So they made a deal. Magic, you say that you have AIDS and you won't get out. He kept gaining weight, man. Then the next thing you know, he was killed. Well, how come all them billionaire white folks that's dying from it didn't follow him? He never had it. Okay? And that big scandal with the basketball owner out there.
Oh yeah, Sterling.
Yeah, sure. That's a lover's quarrel.
Absolutely.
And he said, in Magic, you ought to apologize to the black community, because he know Magic just get 2% of that. See how it works? Yeah. So here's what they did with Michael. Found his daddy dead in a car. So I go talk to a couple of state troopers. They say in the car, he just bought that car for his dad. And the name of the salesperson in Illinois, his card was up there. Voted Magic and all. I said, well, we're going to get out. I'm just taking this, is too hard. So he went to say, you want to play baseball. And then once he cooled out, stay in shape, then he comes back. When Magic tried to come back, Malone said, I won't be out there playing with no AIDS. It's a game. And they arrested a black and an Indian who's in jail now.
So a couple more movies, and then a little more about race, and then I want to get into genetic stuff. Selma, that also came out since we last spoke.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Were you? I mean, how does it?
Well,
resonate for
they
you?
didn't want me in it, but I financed Selma. I was the first one to jail at Selma. That was my money. My wife went to jail. The little cracker called me, Sheriff Clark. Dick Gregory, you that rich nigga entertainer. I heard that a sheriff can't be a sheriff in the South unless they tangle with you. Now, I didn't want to tell him this. I'm at the Howard Theater. I go to the Apollo the next Tuesday, $25,000 plus a percentage. So I said, well, I got a bad cold and I've got, well, why don't you send your wife? I said, well, she's 9 months pregnant. You gonna take care of her? Yeah. So she went down. I made about $300,000 in the next 2 weeks, so now I go down. Sheriff Clark met me. He said, Mr. Gregory, I've arrested a lot of nigger bitches and a lot of poor white trash, but your wife is the first woman I ever, I don't need no praise from some garbage like you. How much you want for this hoe? Huh? $2,000 bill. Here's 1,000 and I'll get back to you. Said, why'd you drop it on the floor so you ain't be sitting me up? I wouldn't pick up no money a nigga threw on the floor. Fuck you. Who cares? I've lived with a real woman. You ain't lived nothing but scum. Okay? All your life. And he said, well, let me tell you what you do. He said, go across the street. And he figured out a mystery for me. In the South, man. The juke joints, gambling, was right across the street from the police headquarters. I didn't know it was the police. The niggas was running for the police. I didn't know that. He said, go across the street and tell them boys, give you $1,000. So I go over and I think it was a check they wanted. No. So I came back and give it back to him. He paid for it. Huh? This way. They were mad at the Justice Department Because every day Bobby Kennedy would send 7 agents in to see if she was okay. One of the things, well, just a Coke and 7 glasses so I can split with the women in here. It was Lillian. So we knew what that was about. King wasn't part of that. That was SNCC, okay? John Lewis. King folks wasn't there until the whooping. The whole world saw it. Then the energy started. They wasn't marching from Selma to Montgomery. The reason this president is in the White House, Jimmy Lee Jackson, little deacon, 34 years old. He went down to register to vote and they wouldn't let him. So he called James Orange at SCLC. He said, man, sure wish you'd come down and help us. So they did. So the guy called me. I said, well, let me see. So Leo said, well, I can get you a plane, we'll get there, but then you still like 30 minutes away. I said, okay. So by the time I got there, blood was running in the street, man. And what had happened was they shot all the lights out. And then they started beating them. Jimmy Lee Jackson's mother, which was played by...
Lorraine Toussaint?
No. Oprah.
Oh, Oprah, right, okay.
And they was beating her daddy. And she went to pull him off of that. Then they started whipping her, which was Jimmy Lee Jackson's mother. So they pulled him out. They shot him in the belly 5 times. And carried him to jail to book him.
Didn't take him to the hospital?
Not till the next day. Then he died. And that's what the march was about. It wasn't about no voting rights. It was about Jimmy Lee. And that's when the hell broke loose. You go by Jimmy Lee Jackson's grave, they come by there with rifles, man, shooting the tombstone.
No, I mean, after, again, reading your book, just seeing all the sacrifice, the movement, and people are looking for answers. I just saw the Black Panther documentary, and people are there. They're like, is armed rebellion the answer? Like, well, how do we conquer this white supremacist?
You can't. You can't.
Or at least get our fair justice or liberation.
You can't get fair justice. The fact that, what kind of fool are you, man? Huh? That's like Jews sitting around talking about what they're going to do to the Germans. Huh? They didn't overthrow the Germans. Mightiest armies on the planet closed, not Jews. So what make you think you gonna do something when you don't even know what's going on? At least the Jews wasn't joining the German army like us. Happy pops in the army. Happy this and that. Huh? That's what I'm saying. We don't know. When you walked out your house tonight, there's white folks can tell you to go back in, and you come out, we'll kill you. You can't do that to white folks. The Pope just left here. The mob goes and confess every morning. Oh, would you please forgive me? We killed 12 people last night, but you got to do it quick because we got 7 more we got to get before noon. It's white folk business.
Well, I think that phrase post-racial is starting to disappear now. Like after Obama was elected, a lot of people thought that some great advance had occurred, but now we're starting to see.
Something did happen.
Okay.
Why do you think black folk from the Caribbean can come here and do better than we can? Because with all the poverty and all the bullshit, they did see black folks in charge. They didn't know it was fake. They didn't know it was fake. Jamaica, you ever been to Jamaica?
Not yet.
Okay, the #1 killer of young people in Jamaica is not crack, not alcohol, bleaching cream. Okay? They're trying to pass legislation to keep that German bleaching cream out. It's killed too many people. And these niggas tell you they super black. When I first met up with what's the great entertainer of Jamaica?
Bob Marley.
Yeah. I didn't pay that much attention to it. I didn't know. But he offered me $40,000 to be his opening act at Harvard Yard. I turned it down. And he came with so much humility to me. He said, man, I'm just so hurt you don't want to work with me. I said, yeah. Buffalo Soldier. They sent them niggas to the west to kill off the buffalo, to starve the Indians to death. So he started crying. He said, I didn't know that. I said, my mama didn't know it, my grandmother knew it, but she's not a genius like you. So he said, what can I say? Nothing. But the humility. I said, I'll do it, but you can't pay me. You can't pay me. Then after he died, he was coming here to University of Maryland. He said he got a problem with his foot. I said, I'll see you when you get this thing was canceled. He calls me from the New York hotel, leave a number. I kept calling, but I didn't realize they'd slipped him out of there to Germany where they's gonna kill him. So he ends up from an infected foot to brain cancer. And then one day I'm looking up a package and all of his uncut records, man. I got them. I got them. Wow. And so there's two fronts to that. I know both of them. I'm not looking for it. It's just, that's the game. Anytime they want to bust you, they can bust you. But remember one thing. Then you see what we talked about earlier. $2 billion years ago, that big horrible thing, bigger than mountains, left the planet, the dinosaur. Your children, your grandchildren, they feed us that. Dinosaur. What they don't tell you is when the dinosaur was here, so was the turtle, so was the butterfly. 2 billion years ago, the turtle and the butterfly is still here. Gorgeous, pretty, not evil and mean and horrible. Turtle just. And that's how we won the civil rights movement. We took on the mightiest nation in the history of the planet with no guns. And all we became was turtles. We didn't know it. Hard on the outside, soft on the inside, and willing to stick your neck out. If you're not willing to do that, you can't be a turtle. Get the fuck out the way. So I'm coming out the hotel and get me a case of whiskey. And me and those state troopers drank every night. A brother who the white folks thought was white, married to a black woman, living in a black neighborhood, children go to black schools, but they thought he was white. So he came to see me with this look on. I said, what's happening, man? Where's the whiskey? Oh, man, look, this meeting, man. And tomorrow, they got 300 white folks that came in from all over the South, gonna kill all y'all. And our job is to rope off the press, so they can't get across the street. I said, man, I just think I know you, man. You go tell the folks. I ain't tell them niggas nothing. I came here to die. I don't want to die. I came here to die. So fuck it, tomorrow we die. So the next day, man, we out there. This cat, a white boy now, looked at me with tears in his eyes, shaking his head. You didn't tell him. So now we get there. Old black folks, young black folks, old men, singing, man. Glory, glory, hallelujah. My eyes have seen the glory. We get to the corner and they rope off the press. And I look down there and I see them waiting on us. And I think about my wife and my children. Fuck them. It's war. You niggas don't think about when you're over there killing Iraqis, when you're over there killing Vietnamese, and then come home and they got 4 stores on every corner and you can't get one and you don't see through that shit? Huh? You don't see through it? Huh?
Exactly.
And so now I see them. They got the little pick handles, little rifles, axes. They come across and man, I sure didn't want to die. If I knew this gonna happen, I'd have got me some little pussy before I left home. Okay. So then the people see him and they keep singing. And they keep praying. They don't know what's going to happen. So all at once, I'm moving up to the front, man. Learned that from my son. He's marching in a march with us. The FBI came and stopped the march and said, Mr. Gregory, so-and-so's son just broke out of jail and he's going to assassinate you today. Dallas. I said, well, did you talk to him? You talked to the criminal? So I'm walking, and my son, he's just out there playing with the women and laughing and playing. So next thing I know, he's right next to me. I said, hey, punk, what you want? He said, I want the right to die with you. My son, huh? I want the right to die with you. Huh? Where you gonna get that from? I'm walking, and I don't know if the bullet hit me in the arm and I fall in the gutter. I don't know if to get one clean sweep. That's what I'm thinking about when this nigga walk up to me. What's wrong, son? Dad, I just want the right to die with you. Hear that coming from your son. Huh? Huh? Not how can we get home? I got a message. No. So I'm there. And I see these white folks shaking, get scared. These ones. A look came over their face, man. It's like I've died and went to another planet. I'm looking at them. Huh? They dropped their pickaxes, man. This horrible look. 2 years I figured out what it was. When you're out there and you ain't scared and you're willing to die but not to kill, them crackers saw the Spirit of God. That's where it came from. Not some hatchet-talking slick niggas. That's where it came from. And we kept marching. And we kept marching. I wouldn't have seen that just being a fucking entertainer. Huh? I wouldn't have had my son come to me and said, I just want the right to die with you, Dad. Huh? Where do that come from? And lastly, I'd hang out with my mama, so I didn't like her, but I'd hang out. She's around rich white folks. Rich white folks. They got books that white folk can't have. So I'm reading the story about Napoleon. The guy who was most important than him was the recruiter. There wasn't no addresses, telephones. He went through the wilderness in between wars and got those folks. So he walks up on this lumberjack, man, and he almost is like a pimp seeing a good hoe. He foamed at the mouth, man. Wouldn't touch his muscles. So you know who I am? So yeah, everybody know who you are. He said, well, I just want to tell you thanks. I'm the #1 recruiter on the planet. I've never met a specimen like you. How old are you? 98. I just want you to know you now belong to Napoleon's army. Oh, no, I believe in God. I don't believe in killing. I'm not a traitor to the state because I chop my timber and pay my taxes. He says, you didn't hear me. And so he's so outdone that this guy would tell him this in front of his men. He went crazy. He said, ready to find squad. Ready, aim. And for the first time he saw that a human being can die more beautiful than a human being can live. And that went out. Now he really That's before they had blindfolds. It was this old lumberjack that said, nobody will you ever execute. You can look them in the eyes. That shit ends now. Why? Because he said, heat the branding irons. He said he's just trying to figure out his ego. Breathe the iron, ready the branding iron. So he said, I'll give you the last time. No, I don't kill. So he took his hand and put it on a tree stump and branded the end. He said, whether you like it or not, you belong to Napoleon. That cracker got ready to walk away, and the old man grabbed him and said, come back here. Boy, didn't I tell you I belong to nobody? Put his hand back on the stump, took his side axe and chopped it off. Huh? You motherfuckers gonna tell me something? Huh? Only one on the goddamn planet? I read that. Huh? Chopped it off. And the recruiter went crazy. And he's the one that left Napoleon's northern flank open, where he was defeated. One man. Fucking man.
That's cool.
And so somewhere, when we sit and we look and see, they all started off the same. All started off the same. And somebody will see what you've been doing, not just this, other stuff. Some of it will be jive, because that's all they are, jive folks. But somewhere it slips through. You slips through. How did I know I'd find this in some rich white folks' house who my mother worked for? How did I know that little old punky son of mine would walk up to me and say, Dad, I just want the right to die with you. Wow. That's just that little bitty thread. The little thread.
Yeah, you're planting seeds.
Yeah.
And some of these seeds are going to continue to grow.
Yeah, no, it's there. It's there. Huh? It's there. Football is the most violent game in the world. They end up with broken noses, broken jaws, dislocated backs. And I'm just talking about what they do to their wives. Okay? This is a game. Who cares? The sad part about it, when they got the guy from Baltimore for beating up his woman in the elevator.
Right.
I got in touch with a friend of his. And I said, I know your man is too stupid to talk to, but he should give $1 million to the group that handle battered women. Why? Because that child won't have to grow up in disgrace. He got a child. Whatever he gives is tax deductible. Huh? But for the rest of that child's life, they be putting that in his face. He didn't understand that because he ain't nothing but a jive football player. Huh? Nothing else. Huh? They inject hormones into him. They make you angry. That's the chemicals. You can't turn it on. All these cops you see beating up black folks, they do the same thing to their wife. That ain't nothing. Stink ain't something you can turn on and turn off. Filth is nothing you can turn on. And we as black folks, we live around filthy, we become filthy. One of the things I showed to my grandchildren, take them to a paper mill. You ever passed a paper mill? There is no stink like a paper mill, but the people work there don't smell it. Right. The black folks live here don't smell it. Right. Because we become that. Right.
So help me understand how to process the two books, Nigger and Callous in My Soul. Like, what's the transformation? One ends in 1964.
I never wrote a book longer than 2 weeks. I put on tape and I bring the writers in. 2 weeks, that's all. What we talking about today, when the brother asked, where are we? You know what callous is? You wearing some shoes that's too tight. If you was white or light, is it red here. And what makes it hurt is the oxygen can't get in. And so that's why you're going to shave it down till they can get the oxygen, okay? So, callous on my soul is this. There's never been a pair of God's feet that a pair of shoes that ignorant people built could wear out. So, you get the warning, you keep wearing the shoes, get a callus. You wear it long enough, the callus wear the shoe out of you. So them old black river, them old, all them cuts. There's never been a pair of God's feet that a pair of shoes could wear out. That's what I meant. I got a callus on my soul. White boy, it's over. That's what that's about. It's over. Huh? Now y'all talk all your bullshit and all you want. We talking about the universal God that made that foot. And it went from that, and I didn't stop. Then it went from this, and then the shoe was all cut up. Wasn't nothing like, look at them old men shoes, man. Huh? Old Stacy Adams, some high tops. Huh? That's where we are. That's where we are.
Coming to a point.
It's over when a woman 9 months. See, his wife is pregnant. The first 9 months of gestation is called evolution, a gradual naturistic change. When that water bag breaks, revolution and quick change, it's over. You take all the armies on the planet today, when his water bag breaks, you aim all the guns that you want, and you can't stop that from coming out. There's no army can stop that, okay? It's here, it's over. Play all your games you want to play, all that bullshit. It ain't gonna work. This is the...
Because we're coming into a point of understanding our true nature.
If you went home and had somebody tape your two thumbs together, your thumb, not your brain. You can't change your baby diaper, you can't comb your hair, you can't drive. Those two, right there. Huh? That right there. Ain't nothing you can do. You can't unlace your shoe, you can't change your baby diaper, you can't cook. Those two. Huh? But they got you thinking it's your brain. Huh? The whole part. There's no part better than the other. They're all the same. Right wing, left wing. All of us got a bird. Right wing, left wing. Tie one of the wings up, it's called a ruptured duck. You see how it works? It's so any country that's so messed up, they got a left wing and a right wing, it's over. A white boy told me this in 1961, man, in San Francisco. He said, man, the left wing gonna bring this country down to its knees. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, the right wing decide they're gonna kill you. They say he drops his son off at 8:15 every night, every day, and he goes to coffee shop. So let's kill him coming out the coffee shop. Right wing. Left wing say, man, we got to take him out. How we gonna get him to go to football game very Saturday? Let's blow the stadium up. See, the left is mental. The right is physical. One's mental. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all people are created equal and endowed by the Creator with certain inalienable rights. And when those rights are destroyed over long periods of time, it is your duty to destroy violence that government. Nigga, you didn't create that. White folks created it, and now they got to live with the shit. You can't take it back. You can't take it back.
And we demand it.
Huh?
We demand this change.
You ain't demanded nothing.
Okay. It's going to happen anyway.
No, but these are white folks out there doing it.
Okay, I see.
You ain't demanded a damn thing because you ain't free. You opt for education, but you're not free. Nobody in the history of the planet ever went through what we went through and decided on education instead of liberation. George Washington wasn't beating up the British so he could build a college. The song don't say, give me education, say, give me liberty, or give me death. Huh? It's there, and can't nothing stop it. And so as we sit here, if you itching, something wrong. Hmm? So we've been itching. And I'm scared to scratch where I itch. So then something else comes up. Then something else come up. Too late now. It's over. You the white massa, and me and my wife, and every evening, after you eat dinner, I put you on my shoulders, my wife put your wife on the shoulders, and we take y'all to a walk. Every day, we want to walk down to the lake. And y'all just happy. And I got my arms around your legs to balance you. And then one day, me and her decide we're going to kill ourselves. And you didn't notice when you got on our back, you locked off, you can't get off. I'm going to kill myself. Not you, but you going with me. That's where we are. Hmm? That's where we are. And it's there, you see it. Huh? What do you think? You're early enough to remember graffiti. I go all over the world, all of it looks the same. Go to Russia, it looks the same. Japan, it looks the same. You work more, you see it on the bridge. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, how'd they get up on the bridge? Mm-hmm. Huh? If the government had to change the screw in the bridge, they had to shut it down. They got state troopers out there. They got lanes closed. They got their strange machines. How did they get up there? And then one day, it disappeared. It's on my body. And when it came from there, you wasn't listening. Now it's here. Okay? The reason the Chinese hate the Japanese with all the power they have, the Chinese. When the Japanese invented China in 1933, they left word, when you go over there, don't kill none of them old men in the army. Every young, so you see with a tattoo on, blow their brains out. Tattoo represents revolution. Huh? They got them all over their bodies. And nobody see where it's going. That's where it's going.
We planted a lot of seeds, and we're going to put it out there into the universe.
Oh, you the work? No. It's out there now. It's the ether. Once it's in the ether. White folk can't stop you. It's in the ether. That's why when you drink alcohol, this little piece there called the chimney, that opens up strange spirits. That's why you hear one, I don't know what got into me last night. I did. Okay? That's here. And so that's where it is. You can't stop nothing. It's out there. Out there. They were shocked, man, when them chimps, you ever see that? Where the chimps start washing them sweet potatoes, and 1,000 miles away they start doing the same thing. Well, it's out there. It's out there. You know.
In the ether.
And white folk don't know. Just like a cat see a dog, and we do the same thing. We just been so busy suppressing it. Ain't no racists out there I can't detect. So, you can't detect.
Let me go through the list. What have we learned today? Who are the real white folks? We covered that. We talked about racism. We talked about Cosby. We talked about Michael Jackson. We talked about the cost of fame and whether or not you need to sell your soul or what selling your soul is.
It ain't nothing to do with it. You ain't got no soul.
Okay.
When you sit, man, there's something. It's a violation of the universe to be a celebrity. That's why they need so much pussy and all that old fucked up drugs and shit. That's what that's about. Huh? You're not normal. Something happens to you inside. Universal. That's why you got to get you a new car every year. But the problem is when I buy a Rolls Royce and hang out in the ghetto, I'm not hanging out with Rolls Royce people.
And there are people that will exploit that.
Huh?
There are people that will give you drugs. There are people that will take advantage of that need that you have.
Oh shit! I know men give their girlfriend drugs. You know, so it just ain't white folks.
We talk about Selma. We talk about Straight Outta Compton. We didn't talk about Lucy. We'll have to do that another time.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Oscars, post-racial versus black nationalism. Kind of didn't really hit that.
No, that ain't no but bullshit.
Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter. Covered that.
That's bullshit.
Okay. Reverend Sullivan. Well, I think the All Lives Matter is sort of like, it's almost like we have to apologize for being black sometimes. In order to get
No,
attention.
it's like when the Germans was doing to the Jews what they was doing, and they said Jewish lives matter. I don't want to hear nobody coming from an Italian all that. Man, fuck y'all, man, get out my face. Huh?
Okay. We talked about the two books that transitioned from the book Nigger to Callous on My Soul. And, you know, how do we solve the problem? You said we can't really solve it. We're part of it. We're
passed it. We
we're in
passed
the
it.
belly of the beast. And
You pass it. Let me just say this here. If I had my way, hey God, just be 84 this birthday. Just give me one more child. I behave. I just won't be getting some pussy. I got this one planned. Give me a boy that will be the best in the history of every sport that's ever been created. My son. Greatest basketball, greatest football, every sport, he'll be the greatest. And I'd name him Nigger Gregory. And when them announcers will be there and say, the nigger cuts left, no, you got a lawsuit. His name is not the nigger, it's Nigger Gregory. And I got the money and the power to take y'all to court. I dare you to call him something that I didn't name him. It's Nigger Gregory. Nigger Gregory. And then you have to sit and say, wow, Nigger Gregory, oh my God, I've never seen nothing like this nigga. No, his name is not this nigga. I've never seen nothing like Nigger Gregory, white boy. That's his name. You know what theater, where they talk about what's the one that just changed herself into a woman? Caitlin. Yeah, well, he must have no mirrors in the house. He started off being an ugly man. What make him think he's gonna be a pretty woman? And that stuff you see on the magazine, they're $300,000 and $400,000 gowns. I got a frog can look good in that. 30 years ago, NBC was bankrupt. It was for sale. But he didn't understand white supremacy like most of us don't understand. White folks don't understand white supremacy.
But you getting something? I'll take care of it.
No, I got it. Okay.
Okay. All right, so we're going to talk about Cosby.
We talk about
We
anything.
can talk about anything. So, all right, so we're here. And
Okay.
we got the man.
And so what you need to do, man, because all over the world, let me tell you something, man. If they found out that they had cured cancer, hear me now, the number one selling thing would be Pink Queen. Now hear me, okay? And be worth trillions of dollars. So right now, as we stand here, the richest country in the world is North Korea. Because for millions of years, they had something, 90% of all the tungsten on the planet comes out of there. That's what the war was about.
Right.
Okay? Now, did nobody need it because you mix it with metals and it go through temperature changes. So you can't go to outer space unless you have that. You can't build computers unless you have that.
Yeah, I got tungsten right here on my phone.
You hear me?
Yep.
No. But they tell you that they poor, the children are hungry, and you ain't never seen a skinny North Korean child. Now here's the bad problem. When Truman sit down and worked out the trees, 38th parallel. Now, when we went over there, we just thought we were dealing with some ignorant niggers like Americans always think. When they got over there, they bumped into them Chinese and them Russians, because if we would have got it, white Europeans would have controlled everything. So when they signed the treaty, Truman said, okay, 1948. Now, there wasn't no two Koreas.
Right.
It was one. So then they said, okay, the North
You get half, we get half.
Right.
48 was said in 2015. It diverts, all of it go to the north. That was a long time ago. Nobody thought about it. That's why the shit's going on now. Okay, that's what this shit is
It's about to switch over.
about to switch over, yeah. And everybody done gone stone crazy.